Imagine coming out on social media to talk about how helpful and thoughtful your soon to be ex husband is, and then few weeks later he analyzes you. Well, that is the conversation that we're going into today. Hey y'all, welcome to Cessa's Spill. My name is Cessa, and we're talking about this woman who was unalived by her husband, and then he also ended up unaliving himself. Now, this happened, a few weeks back, where he unalived her, and when they went to their home, they found their bodies, lying in their home. Both of them were gone. Now, the sad thing that is ongoing right now is when this woman was going to be laid to rest, it was said that she was laid to rest with our partner who unalived her, and this has sparked different conversation. And here with all the videos put together of having an alive and people's opinion of everything together, let's go listen to all of it, and I'll be right back.
So, about to be a newly single mom, and I am in the middle of a divorce. My husband is being incredible though, like really and truly, like we're working together, everything's great, we're splitting everything down the middle, like everything is good. It is a very civil divorce with our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that. However, I'm going to be a mom, single income right now, and he will be helping with her, he will be supporting her, so essentially, like, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her. However, I will be on a very limited income, with buying a new house and paying a mortgage and all that stuff. So I've never done this before. I've never been on my own before. So if you have any tips, saving money, making money, anything like that, like, I would really appreciate it. Like, coffee at home, I take caffeine pills, I do my own hair, nails, everything. Like, I do all that. So yeah, if you just have any tips, like, I would really appreciate it, because, like, I'm a little scared right now. All right, so I do need some more advice now. Update on my last video, I have been hearing from God. Now that I'm feeling God's presence, it's like, bam, out of nowhere, just something happens. Like, is this a good thing? Is this, like, I need some words of encouragement here. Like, does this mean I'm doing something right? That, like, I've opened up my heart, I've opened up my mind to listen to God, and I feel like he has been talking to me. Not as loud as normal, but, like, he's been talking, and then just literally out of nowhere. Oh, and I destroyed my finger. Like, this is good, right? Like, the devil is after me because I'm walking with God. I'm doing the best I can. And then, right? Like, please help. I know TikTok has all the answers to literally everything. So, just words of encouragement, please.
Guys, we got some breaking news. The bodies of Brandon and Jennifer Sheffield were found unalived in their house in Brandon, Mississippi on the day of December 28th. Jennifer's family was actually the ones who called the police. They went over to the house to conduct a welfare check when they haven't heard from her. When they got there, they noticed something was wrong, so they called Brandon Police Department, and officers were able to get inside and notice there was immediate signs of foul play. Brandon Police Chief Joseph French made a statement at 7:19 that morning stating that both bodies were found inside deceased and that it appears to be a murder-suicide. French stated that it appeared that Brandon took Jennifer's life and then turned it on himself and took his own life. Close friends of Jennifer said that they were in the process of getting a divorce, but they didn't disclose what that reason actually was. Jennifer's friend also stated that she's never known him to be a violent person and that she was actually with them the first day that they met each other. In Jennifer's obituary, it was stated that they had 2 children together, but during the time of their unalivings, the location of the 2 children wasn't noted. Like the video, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me.
So, about to be a newly single mom, and I am in the middle of a divorce. My husband is being incredible though, like, really and truly, like, we're working together, everything's great, we're splitting everything down the middle, like, everything is good. It is a very civil divorce and our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that.
He killed her 18 days later. December 28th, her husband, the same one that she is saying that she's having an amicable divorce from, killed her in a murder-suicide. I know we all want to live in this world where it's like, why can't we split amicably? A man is the most dangerous when you are leaving him. Leaving a man that does not want to be left is dangerous. I don't care if that man has never put his hands on you. I don't care if he still wants the relationship and you do not want the relationship. I want you to approach that situation with caution in mind. And I want to say it was probably still amicable in the beginning on account of he probably thought in his heart of hearts that we're not really going to get a divorce. She's just talking. And once he realized that it's really going to happen, he did what he did. With no care for their daughter in mind, who is now an orphan and has to live with the fact that she's an orphan because her father did what he did. It's not all men, but it's always a man. It's not all men, but it's always a man. When it comes to stories like this, there's just like, what can you say? When you are going through a divorce, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. Okay? Y'all stay safe.
I feel like I just had an out-of-body experience. This really sweet lady pops up on my For You page because she's about to be a newly single mom. She's going through a divorce and she's asking for like tips on how to handle that. And she's talking about how her soon-to-be ex-husband is being amazing during the entire process and he's being supportive. I go to the comment section to leave a comment of support because I've been there. And all the comments are saying RIP to her. Barely 2 weeks after she posted that video, just recently on the 28th of December, her soon-to-be ex-husband killed her. And this is what we mean when we say, like, you can't tell the good ones from the bad ones. I'm sure there seems to be, from what she said, nothing in that relationship leading up to that point that would have made her think that this was going to happen to her, that made her suspicious, that he was going to turn dangerous. In fact, she was talking about how well he was taking the entire scenario, just for 2 weeks later for him to turn around and do that to her. Like, you truly never know a person, and this is why women feel like we have to be on guard with many men. Anyway, rest in peace to Jennifer Sheffield. That was just gut-wrenching, honestly.
This might be an unpopular opinion, I don't know why, but if my husband takes my life and then takes his own life, I don't want any damn picture of him at my funeral. I don't want a joint funeral. I don't want his obituary on the same platform as my obituary. I don't want him buried in the same cemetery that I'm buried in. And in my obituary, I want it explicitly stated that I was murdered by my husband. I do not care. Do not put his pictures up. I don't care if we have a family together. I want pictures with my family where he is not in it. Do not put his picture on my fucking casket. And in his obituary, don't you dare put that he was a loving husband. Don't you dare. I just saw the pictures of that woman who was murdered by her ex-husband, who they were going through a very amicable divorce, and then he unalived her. The fact that there are pictures of him on her casket and like there's a big ass photo of him like actually makes me so outraged, makes me sick. And there's another couple I'm thinking of. This was like many months back. It was a Utah couple. The husband unalived the wife, then he unalived himself, and they had a joint funeral. They had both of their obituaries on the same site. They described him as a loving husband despite what he had done. And this, I don't know if they were buried next to each other, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I understand families make the right decisions for themselves, but I'm saying, for me, in my opinion, if my significant other unalives me, I don't want him anywhere fucking near my funeral, my obituary, or where I'm buried. Period. The fact that I feel like this is almost a hot take or something, or a controversial opinion, is crazy.
My husband is being incredible though. Like,
go and check that woman out. That's the woman that I posted about a couple of days ago. That husband that was being incredibly amazing, that was being so good, and supporting her through the divorce, he ended up unaliving her 2 weeks later. He ended up unaliving her. She was so appreciative of the fact that he was being supportive, and the fact that she's saying how incredible he was being. It's sad. It's actually devastating. And obviously she's got kids, so shit, man, that's terrible.
I wanted to come on and make a video real quick about Brandon and Jennifer Sheffield. There's a lot of people talking about their funerals right now, and most of what's being said isn't true. Now, if you're unfamiliar with who they are, they're this couple from Brandon, Mississippi, who were going through a divorce. She made a TikTok on December 10th saying that he's been incredible and it's been really civil and they're just splitting everything down the middle. And then a couple weeks after that, he unalived her and then himself. Despite that, their visitations and funerals were at the same location on the same date. And there's a TikTok creator who made a video saying that they did a joint funeral, and it pissed a lot of people off. Because why on earth would her family decide to do a joint funeral with the person who took her life? So I made a video a couple days ago clarifying that isn't true. They were in different rooms at different times. But now what has everybody pissed off is this was Brandon's table. You can see all the pictures, the urn, the flowers. And this is a photo being circulated around of Jennifer's. You can see one framed photo, her urn, and one thing of flowers. So people are pissed off. They're like, why in the hell would her family decide to have her services at the same place on the same date and only have that displayed? People feel like she was incredibly disrespected and couldn't get away from him even in death. And here's what I have to say about that. I've been contacted by a couple of her close friends who say this was just one of the small tables at her visitation. They said she had so much stuff, it wouldn't have possibly fit on one table. She had framed photos, photo albums for people to look through, tons of flowers that flooded the room and even went out in the hallway. They said she had way more than Brandon did. This is one of the tables that was in the actual chapel where the funeral was held. You'll notice the same framed photo, but this one has a bouquet of flowers sitting on the table. The other one didn't. Apparently, Jennifer's family have been receiving harassing messages and even death threats. And that is not okay. Keep in mind, these people just lost a loved one and they're grieving. People are taking assumptions and starting rumors, and then her family is having to pay the price for it, and they're already going through enough. Oh, and another rumor going around is that the girls didn't attend either of the services, and that's not true either. They were there for both. And another rumor going around is that he got her pregnant when she was 15, and that's not true either. She didn't have any natural kids of her own. Both of the girls were his from before her, but she loved them as her own and called them her daughters. So that's it. But if you're one of the people giving her family grief, please stop. If you just lost a loved one, the last thing you would want to deal with is getting a bunch of harassing messages from complete strangers who didn't know her, who don't know you, and don't know everything that happened, only what's been put out there.
It's quite sad that this is the end, but this is the reason why you should always, be suspecting, don't be too relaxed, because she felt like this man, the way things were going, the way he was going to be supportive, she appreciated it, and, she was planning and asking for advice on how she was going to carry on and whatnot. And then this man just comes out and, just ended it all and left their daughter an orphan because of his selfish reason, meaning if I can't have you, no one will. Probably even cheated or whatever. We don't know the story as to what led up to the divorce because she didn't go further to say more. And then to the people who are dragging the family, there's been videos saying that, well, it's not the way they say, because I don't understand why you guys want to lay her to rest and then you're putting the man there. Why? He's an evil man for all I care. Even if the love is toxic or whatever, like she deserves a last respect and whatever. Anyway, guys, please leave your thoughts with me in the comment section. Letting me know your thoughts about all of this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.